Okay. Hi YouTube, I'm just setting up the TikTok stream. Where is it? Okay. Okay. Hello. Hi everyone. How are we all doing? Good afternoon. We'll give it a couple of minutes for people to join us. Hi Dagger, welcome to the stream. Afternoon, says Pixel Paradise. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. How's everyone's day? Roasting hot here again. Lovely, beautiful, sunny day. Which is not so great for streaming because it means it's red hot in here right now. And I can't even have my curtains open because the light washes out the camera. So we live with it. I've never let it be said that I don't suffer for my art. Dylan D, what's up? Did you watch the Minecraft movie? Not yet, Dylan. Still haven't watched it yet. Still don't really have any solid plans to, but eventually. It's not really on my radar, you know. Just if I get the chance, I'll give it a watch. But anyway, let's get properly started. So hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft Monday, where today we are playing some more Create Ad Astra, my custom mod pack. If you're a member of the Discord, you can download this mod pack and play it for yourself. And if you're a new viewer, Create Ad Astra is a mod pack with about 100 mods in it, mainly Create and Ad Astra, hence the name, but there's also Terralith, Incendium, Nullscape, Alex's Mobs, Farmer's Delight, Sophisticated Backpacks, and loads of other really cool stuff. So last time, we built this thing. This is our andesite alloy farm, and at the end of the last stream, it didn't actually look like this. It was a lot messier. But I cleaned it up a little bit off camera, so it looks a lot neater and tidier now. I'll just give you a quick look around it. So I've cleaned up all the belts. There were belts everywhere. I've replaced some of them with encased chain drives, which look a lot neater. I finally got the dripstone to get the lava cauldron going, so we now have an infinite supply of andesite alloy. It's very slow. It's a very slow machine. It's not particularly efficient, but it will produce andesite alloy in infinite amount. As you can see, we've already got about a stack and a half there, so that is going to just keep churning away and producing andesite alloy for us. Now, also, last time, we built this radial crop farm, and as you can see, it's not working at the minute. I've deliberately turned it off. The belt and the slicer are still going, but I've turned off the actual harvester because if we look in this chest here, we got quite a few pumpkins. I was not expecting this machine to work as fast as it has. I thought it was going to be really slow, as slow as the andesite alloy machine, but literally after just a few hours, we've got this many pumpkin slicers. So I've turned the machine off. We don't need it running for now. When we start to run low on food again, when we've eaten all of these, we'll get the machine back up and running again. But now, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today, because I'm actually going to be building a storage facility. Well, not really a storage facility, because it's going to be open air. So you'll notice I've moved the chests over here, and I've cleared a little bit of space just here, where we're going to build an item vault. So an item vault is a object from Create, which can be used as storage. Now it's got a slightly smaller inventory than a regular chest. A regular chest has 27 slots, and an item vault only has 20 slots. but the advantage of item vaults is that you can connect them together into a multi-block structure. So whereas with chests, you can only have 2 chests connected to each other, with a vault, you can actually have up to 81 vaults connected to each other. And you can access, with the vault terminal, you can access the whole thing as just one huge inventory. So it's going to be a lot more useful and a lot easier to access our inventory once all of this stuff is moved into an item vault. But the first thing I'm going to do is get out a blueprint. If I can remember where I put them. I've moved the chests around, so we might actually have to make a fresh one. Oh, not a blueprint, sorry, a schematic, as it's called in Create. Paper and light blue dye, that's easy enough. There's some light blue dye. No paper, but I know where we can get some. We got our little sugarcane farm working away down here. Well, I say working. I say farm. It's just some sugarcane that's growing. In fact, I'll plant a little bit more. There we go. I only need enough for 1 set of paper. But yeah, I haven't really done anything else off camera. Normally I do... I've done a little bit less than I normally would. I've moved the waystone over here as well, just because it was in the way. But I've pretty much... All I've done was tidied up the andesite alloy generator there. Oh, and also the bed. My bed's inside the factory building now. Health and safety, I know. It's only temporary until we build ourselves an actual house. But yeah, just for the time being, we have our bed inside the workshop. Fortunately, it's not near any of the lava or fire, so I think we should be fairly safe. Okay, I'm going to stick the schematic in here, and I've designed a new schematic, which is just called Basic Vault, and it's a basic vault. You'll see when we pop it down. We're going to put it here. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so this is it. We need to lower it. 6 setup, says Jess. Thank you very much, Jess. Very kind of you. Oh, and we need to rotate it as well. There we go. Okay, so we're going to build it here. We don't really need to go around the back of it, so we can put it as far back as possible. And you can see here, it's basically, there's the actual vault, which again, we're going to need 81 item vaults, which means a lot of iron. There's going to be a little loader here to put things into the vault, and then the controller to take things out. And we can also automate stuff going in, which is what this packager here is for. Eventually, I'm actually going to set up a packaging machine here. So the andesite alloy is going to get packaged into cardboard boxes and then carried with a chain conveyor over to our new storage and then get loaded in, which is going to be really cool. I don't know if we're going to get that done today, but we'll definitely get the vault itself done. What mod is this? It looks so cool, says Jess. So the mod that adds in most of the machinery and stuff that you're seeing right now is the Create mod. So all of these machines over here, these are Create, and everything inside our workshop here is from the Create mod as well. All of these mixers and blowers and sawmills and all that kind of stuff. There's quite a few other mods in the pack. Again, this is a custom mod pack. Got about 100 mods in it. But the main ones are Create and Add Astra. We haven't really got started with the Add Astra stuff yet, because we've been focused mainly on getting our Create setup working. Okay, so we are going to start collecting iron now. And if we look at the recipe for a vault, you can see that we need 2 iron sheets per vault, which means to make 81 vaults, we're actually going to need 162 iron. Which is almost 3 stacks, and we currently have a stack and a bit. So first things first, I'm going to take a quick nap, and then we're going to head over to the mountains there and grab ourselves as much iron as we can, because that mountain over there has lots of surface iron. And we're also going to need quite a lot of wood as well for the barrels. We will set up a wood farm as well at some point. I've not quite We don't quite need it just yet because we're not really producing we're not really needing too much of it. But in future, we will need a lot of wood for casings, andesite casing, brass casing, copper casing. All require stripped logs. So we will set up a tree farm at some point, which will probably work the same way as the pumpkin farm. It'll just spin around with a saw blade and cut down the trees as they pop up. But again, that's for another time. For now, let's focus on the matter at hand, which is building our storage vault. So we're going to head across to the old mountains here. I'm going to try and grab as much iron as we can. Some bluegills here from aquaculture. Cute. And if you're wondering about the volcano up there, that's added by TheRelaxedMovement. Fantastic mod, which adds loads of new biomes into the overworld. There's also Incendium, which does the same for the Nether, and Nullscape, which does the same for the End. They're all made by the same development team, Starmute Labs, and they don't add in any new blocks to the game. They add in hundreds of new biomes without adding in a single new block, which is really cool. So that is completely vanilla in terms of the blocks and stuff, which is amazing. We need to hopefully get a backpack auto feeder sorted as well. I'm playing with sophisticated backpacks, so if we craft a feeding upgrade and put that into our backpack, it'll automatically feed us whenever we're hungry, which will be very useful. It means we won't have to keep stopping and eating pumpkin slices every few minutes. But again, priorities. Let's get them straight. Let's one thing at a time, you know. Oh god, there's a seagull. Seagulls will steal food out of your hand, by the way. Well, out of your hotbar. I don't know if they can steal food from any slot in your inventory, but if you have any food in your hotbar and there's a seagull nearby, it can take it off you. One item at a time, thankfully. It won't take the full stack of pumpkin slices off me. Okay, I've already spotted some iron. So we're going to go and get ourselves... We'll get 2 stacks of iron, because we've already got a stack and a half at home, near enough. So 2 stacks should get us everything we need. Oh, see? It just took one of my pumpkin slices just then. When it makes that noise, when it caws, that's because it's just taken some food from you. Okay. We have already stripped quite a lot of the surface iron in this area, because we came here last time we needed iron. But there should still be plenty of it about. Just took another one of my pumpkin slices. Another good reason for the auto feeder, because if I had the pumpkin slices in my backpack, then it wouldn't be able to take them. Okay, ooh, emerald. Never hurts. See, we want to try and avoid this cobblestone-y area, because there isn't any iron in this bit. We need to stick to the smooth stone areas. Oh, wow, what's this? I think this is a painted desert, it's called. There won't be any iron here, but it's pretty cool anyway. Yeah, it's painted mountains. Look at that. Magenta terracotta. Very cute. Oh, emu. Lovely. Thanks for following, Olivia Mouse. Oh, I've just fallen in a hole. Thanks for following, Olivia Mouse. Very kind of you. Oh! There. Oh, there's plenty of iron here. Okay, this is good. Jackpot. No worries, I'm loving the stream, thanks very much. This mod looks so cool, what is it? So the mod that adds in the new biomes is called Terralith. Again, fantastic mod. It's by a team of developers called Stardust Labs. They also make 2 other mods called Incendium and Nullscape, and what they basically do is completely overhaul the terrain generation, so they add in tons of new biomes without actually adding in any new blocks. And that's I feel like that's a really good thing, because look, I know that Biomes Aplenty is a very popular mod, but my personal gripe with it is that it just adds in so many useless items that are never going to get used. And, you know, I like that it adds in new biomes without adding in any new blocks, which, unfortunately, like I say, Biomes Aplenty, great mod, great biomes, but it adds in a load of useless crap as well. Whereas this one, it's just the biomes. No new blocks, no new items, just biomes and structures. And there's some really cool structures in the Nether with the Incendium mod. It adds in a nuclear reactor, like a giant nuclear power station. That's just like a generated structure that you can find in the Nether. It's really cool. Oh, this is better. Yeah. Oh, Sunbird. Yeah, as you can see as well, this biome has tons of iron just out on the surface, which is really useful. So we're going to go for 2 stacks, and then we need to get wood for the barrels, and that will be the vault itself constructed. Then we need to also... Oh, we will need another speed controller, which means another precision mechanism. We are going to have to set up a precision mechanism farm at some point as well, obviously. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Yeah, there's still loads of stuff that needs to be automated. At the minute, we've obviously automated food production and andesite alloy, but eventually, you know, we could do with automating andesite casing, brass casing, maybe even copper casing, definitely precision mechanisms, and plenty of other stuff as well. And when we get to when we get to the Ad Astra stuff, when we're building rockets and stuff and getting ready to head up there into space, we'll probably automate fuel production and stuff like that as well. I'm really looking forward to the Ad Astra stuff. I know we haven't touched upon it at all yet because we need to get set up with the create stuff as well. But yeah, we do also have the Ad Astra mod in this mod pack, which means we can build rockets, we can go to the moon, we can go to Mars, we can go to Venus, we can go to all sorts of other places. But we got to start small, you know, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, can I grab this? Yeah, good. Okay, that's a stack. Ooh. Oh yeah, the Sunbird gives you feather falling as well. If you that big bird up there is a Sunbird. And if you get close to it, it gives you feather falling temporarily. I just want to check. Okay, it's 30 seconds. So if we go outside of its range, we'd still have 30 seconds of grace before it wears off. Oh god, look at all this. There's iron everywhere up here. Hola, says Andre. How you doing, Andre? Welcome to the stream. Was there any more up here? There was an emerald. Did I get the emerald? Yeah, I did get the emerald. Okay. There's a bit over there which we can grab. It is getting dark. So I don't think we're going to get back to base tonight. I don't really know how safe these mountains are at night. I haven't really been here at night, so I don't know what kind of mobs are going to spawn here. when it does get dark. But hopefully, if we stick to the high ground, we'll have the advantage over them. Okay, that's 1 1/4 stacks. $20. It's even with iron everywhere, it still takes a while to actually collect it all. Hang on, let me get torches out of my backpack. There we go. Another emerald. I wonder what we can do with the emeralds apart from trading, because I don't really bother with trading in Minecraft usually. I've never really been one for villager trading, like, just as a rule. So I wonder if there's anything else we can do with emeralds. Let's have a quick look. We can make a pale gold amulet. Interesting. A warp stone, that will be useful in future, actually. We can make a speaker block and a block of emerald. And we can use it as an armor trim, but apart from that, it's not massively useful. So maybe we'll find a wandering trader and we'll find some use for them. Okay, we're getting there. $47. Come on. 20 more. Oh, creeper. Let's hope he can't climb up here. Okay, I'm not seeing any iron on this side. Maybe I've already been on this side. Oh. Oh, okay, it's getting steeper, so I'm going to head back. Oh, no. No, bad timing. Get away. Ow. Let's head back this way. Oh, iron right there. Oh, that was a nasty fall. Don't kill me for a second while I eat pumpkin slices. Thank you. Okay. If I can find 11 more, we'll call it an even 2 stacks. I will be happy with that. Although, we probably got enough, to be fair. Because we do already have a little bit back at base. So I might just head back now, and if we see any on the way, we'll grab it. But we don't, like I say, we don't really need any more, I don't think. Oh, there's some there. We'll get that. $55. That'll be enough. That'll be fine. Oh, this is steep again. How are we getting... This is not the way we came, because it wasn't this steep on the way up. Let's watch ourselves. I should probably eat again, because I'm not at full health. And a fall from here would definitely kill me. Okay, you slowly straddle our way down the side. Okay, this is a savanna biome. That's why it's just stopped raining. We'll be back home in no time. Actually, while I'm here, I could get some of these acacia trees, because we're going to need plenty of wood to make the barrels. We're going to need 81 barrels. Can we work out how much wood we're going to need to make 81 barrels? Okay, each barrel needs 6 planks and 2 slabs. And it's 2 planks... No, 1 plank makes 2 slabs. So effectively, we need 7 slabs per barrel. We need 81 barrels. What's 81 times 7? 7 8 56, 567 divided by 4. I'm not good at division. Division's where it all starts to fall apart. Someone tell me what's 567 divided by 4, please. Well, hang on. 512 divided by 4 is 128. Which is 2 stacks. So it's got to be somewhere between 2 and 3 stacks. We'll go for 3 stacks, and that should be more than enough. That's if my maths is right, which it frequently isn't, so we'll see. Right, can you leave me... I just want saplings. That's all I want. I don't want to fight you. I don't need more rotten flesh clogging up my inventory. Just go away. Oh. Okay, my axe is broken. So I guess 1.5 stacks is all we're getting for now. Don't need seeds either. Okay, we should see the light of home in just a second. Just over the brow of this hill, we'll see the factory in the distance. There it is. Home sweet home. Let's get down there. We got work to do. Quiet. Have I turned the music off? I have turned the music off. Oh. I was going to say, there should probably be music right now. Probably turned it off when I was playing around with the pipe organ mod. Oh yeah, I've got a mod called Create Pipe Organs. No, it's called Create Sound of Steam, which lets you create working pipe organs in Minecraft. It's really cool. I posted a video on YouTube about it. If you want to check that out. Oh, also, by the way, I've got 100 subscribers on YouTube. So thanks everyone for helping me to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I don't really post anything on YouTube apart from re-uploading my TikTok stuff. But if you do want to go over to YouTube and support me there, by all means, please do, and thank you for everyone. If you're one of the 100 subscribers I already have on YouTube, thanks very much. Okay, so let's get this iron smelted. And let's make as many barrels as we possibly can. I think we're probably only going to be able to make half of what we need because we calculated that we need 3 stacks of logs, and we don't have that yet. Let's try and divide this up as evenly as we can and see... Okay, 50, 50, 50. We definitely didn't need that many slabs, to be quite honest, but... That's going to get us 50 barrels, which is halfway. No, it isn't. It's going to get us 32 barrels. Now it gets us 50 barrels. Okay, so we need another 41 barrels to make all the item vaults we need. And we should have enough iron with what we've got here. There we go. 1, 2 stacks and a bit, and then there's about a stack smelting right now. I don't want to cut down any of the shrubs around here because I like the shrubs. I want to leave them intact. So let's grow some trees just to cut them down. Bone meal. Do we have bone meal? We do not have bone meal. Okay. Let's just place some down and hope for the best then. I mean, I guess if it'll let us put pumpkin slices in the composter, we can always spare a stack of pumpkin slices. We definitely aren't going to need that many. It's going to it would take us quite a long time to eat 20 stacks of pumpkin slices. So let's just turn some of them into bone meal. Why not? Nice try. Notification. We need to make another axe as well. Oh, there's no crafting table out here. Oh, there's a tree. I removed the crafting table that was outside. And I should probably put it back so we don't have to keep coming inside every couple of minutes to use the crafting table. Okay, that's 3 stacks, so we've got enough iron. In fact, let's start pressing these. That'll start turning those into iron sheets. Oh. I hate it when that happens. When you use your last piece of bone meal and it doesn't grow. So annoying. I mean, let's just use more pumpkin slices. Why not? There we go. That's better. And then we'll just grab some more out of here. So we've got food. What was that bird? I heard a bird. I think it's a hummingbird, if the map's correct. I can't see where it is, though. I hear it. There it is. Hummingbirds. Cute. Okay, back inside. Leave that to do its business. $63. Okay, we're getting close. $64 and 3. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I forgot it's going to be more than a stack. So if we need 81, that means we need 64 plus another 17. Yeah, 64 plus 17 is 81. Okay, so we need 14 more. We're 14 barrels short, which won't be too expensive, really. Have you got mods? Haven't played in ages. What's that blacksmithing? Yes, I am playing with quite a few mods. 367114285. It's a custom mod pack called Create Ad Astra, which I put together myself. The main mods are Create, which is what adds in all these fancy machines, and Ad Astra, which is basically a modern remake of Galacticraft, which was a classic mod back in the day. But this machine here that's pressing the iron into iron sheets is from the Create mod, and all of this other stuff in here is from Create as well. Okay, more trees. And let's compost some more pumpkin slices. That'll do. Okay. Tree. Tree. No tree. And I accidentally broke the sapling as well, so that was even more wasted. Let me see what wood we've got in storage as well, because we might be able to scrape by. Oh, my overhead light's gone off. Sorry, it's out of battery. So I might be a little bit darker for the rest of the stream. Apologies. I play on console, thought I missed a big update. No, don't worry. None of this stuff's vanilla. God, I'm terrible at splitting stacks in the crafting table. Okay, how much more do we need? It was 17. Plus, we are actually going to need one more for outside, for loading into the storage vault. So we'll need 18 altogether. Oh, we're 4 barrels short. Yeah, let me get another stack of iron plates on the go there. Hopefully one of these trees will grow any second now. Or we can whip up some more bone meal. That'll do. And that'll be enough. 100% that'll be enough. It's 60. 3 more. We need 3 more. Come on, please be enough. Oh! Perfect. There we go. So we've got 82 barrels. 81 of them are going to be turned into item vaults, and then 1 is going to be spare. For actually, let's start laying down some of the components in the blueprint right now. So, have we got girders? We got 5 girders. We need 6, so we're 1 girder short for a start. What about... Oh, we got a flywheel, a speed controller. Good, so we don't need to craft one of those. We do need, because it looks good, a granite pillar, which we can do in the stone cutter. There we go. And so here is going to be our first barrel, and this is going to be where we load items into the storage system. Okay, 1 more girder. And then we're also going to need 2 brass funnels, which... Do we have brass funnels already, by any chance? We do not. Actually, we don't have many shafts either. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about andesite alloy anymore, because we have got as much of it as we could possibly desire, which is going to make things easy. Well, easier. Okay, keep on going. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put the crafting table back out here, and I'm going to make a couple of girders. If I put them the right way around. There we go. We only actually need 1. There we go. And then belt... Well, shafts here and here. Mechanical belt. Everything's so disorganized. That's why we're building this thing. To help us organize it all better. There we are. And... Okay, so here in the ground, we need to place a flywheel. I keep calling it a flywheel controller. We need to place a rotation speed controller, and then a large cogwheel here, and that's going to control this belt, which is going to load the vault up. And then we are going to have to run a shaft underground to connect to... I think we'll connect it up to here, because we got some rotational power from these water wheels here. I think that'll give us enough. We'll work that out. But first of all, let's see what's happening with the iron sheets. Okay, they're done. Let me just make 3 more to even it out to 2 stacks. And we need to figure out exactly how many we need for the item vault. So we need 162. 2 stacks is 128. So 38, 48, 58. That's 30, 34. I think, again, if my maths is right, that should be exactly enough. Brighton Skyline says, find this so calming to watch. Thank you, Brighton Skyline. That's, I've said it before, but that's always the aim of my streams, is to be relaxing. That's, above all else, that's what I try to achieve. You know, so it's always nice to hear that it's working, that we got a nice relaxing stream. So these are the item vaults. They each can hold 20 slots. So again, a regular barrel or chest can hold 27 slots, which means these have a slightly smaller inventory space than a regular chest, but they connect together. So this is actually one single storage unit. This whole thing is one storage unit, which means if we attach a controller to it, we can access the whole inventory, which is going to be very useful for us. Oh, actually, I think we might need 1 more vault to make the vault terminal. Nope, never mind. Ingot, glass, and a plank. And a log, sorry. Fazzy says, per Asda ad Astra. Okay. I genuinely don't know what that means. Go Girl says Patrick. Thanks, Patrick. What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for glass. We don't have any glass, but we do have sand, so we can make glass. Or go boy. No, girl was right. You got it right the first time, Patrick. Okay, 17 more vaults. And we'll pop these here. There we go. So this is the largest vault that you can make. If we add any more vault blocks on, it will make it a separate vault structure. This is the biggest possible vault that you can make. It's going to hold 1,260 slots, which is the equivalent of 60 chests or 30 double chests, which is pretty good. Again, it takes up slightly more space than 60 chests would, but we can access it from one single interface, which means it is a much more effective solution than storing it in loads and loads of chests. And you'll get to see it in action in just a minute. We are going to need to get a log from somewhere. And I don't want to get it from somewhere that's going to look very obvious. Let's take this one. There we go. Can't tell. You'll never know. And then we also needed another iron ingot, right? And we put them like this, and that gets us our vault terminal. So we pop this on the side of the vault like so, and if we right-click on it, we can see what is inside the vault. So there's nothing in there at the minute, but once it is, we can search it. There's a search bar, so you can type in the name of an item, and it will show you if there is any in the vault, and you can take it out if there is. And this is going to be so much easier than looking through 60 different chests to find the item that you want. You can already see, even with just 6 chests, I'm constantly trying to remember which chest I put stuff in. but everything, every single item we collect is going to go in this one storage vault, which will make things much, much easier for us. So the next thing we need to do is get the brass funnels, so we can actually start loading stuff in. Do we have brass? We do have brass. Brass funnel is going to be... Oh, electron tube and dried kelp. Right, we got dried kelp. We don't have electron tubes. Oh, we don't have redstone. Oh, can we haunt redstone? Can we make redstone through haunting? No, we can... No. Oh, we can bulk wash crushed raw iron, which has a 75% chance of dropping redstone. But we don't have crushing wheels, so I think we're just gonna have to go and find some redstone. Well, that's just made things way more complicated. Let's make a few torches. And let's go find some redstone. I'm just going to throw everything into my backpack for now, just so we got space to go for a little bit of mining. And we'll just we'll just find a hole, grab as much redstone as we can find. We'll not go too deep or spend too much time underground, because that's not what we're here for today. We're here for building. But if I head into this cave entrance here, what are you? Biad. Cool. Cute. I'm sure we can probably find redstone in a surface biome somewhere. But I don't know. Oh, let's dual-wield torches for maximum visibility. Okay, this is a complete dead end, so that was a waste of time. I've got a feeling that's a dead end as well. Where's the granite cave? If we can find that again. There's a big cave entrance up here that leads into a granite cave. It's not that. It's somewhere around here. I can never find it. There it is. Okay. Right. So all we need to do is get deep enough to find redstone, get a little bit, and then get the hell out. Right. Well, will this even go deep enough? I don't know. Ow. I don't know if this cave's deep enough. Also, I didn't bring anything to climb our way back out with. So, that's going to be fun. Patrick Fallon, what was the biggest cost of your PC? Because I got a PC with 4060 and i5 12600KF for 900 euros with 1 terabyte storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Not bad, not bad. So my PC cost £1,012, so just over £1,000. It's got a slightly worse graphics card. It's only got an RTX 2070, but it's got 5 terabytes of storage because I need quite a lot of storage space for my video files and stuff like that. So it's got quite a lot of storage, and it's got an Intel i5 12400F CPU, so more or less the same. and 32 gigs of RAM. And bear in mind, my PC was a pre-build as well, like made to order, customized, but I didn't actually build it myself because I'm not really confident in that sort of stuff. And you know, obviously, PC builders will always cost more than buying the parts yourself because you're paying for the service as well. So yes, I'm well aware that I could have gotten it for cheaper if I'd built it myself. But if I built it myself, it probably wouldn't have worked, and I would have completely fried all the components. So I'm quite happy to pay a little bit more money for it to be built by a professional. You know what I mean? What's down here? Come on. Okay, this could be promising. Let's head down. It's not looking too good. I think the granite caves were a mistake, actually. I think we should have found a regular cave, because I don't know how often ores spawn in the granite. I also don't know how in the hell we're going to get out of here. Just throwing that one out there. We are deep underground, and I have not been paying attention to the route that we took to get here. So we're probably going to be... We got a spare pickaxe. We're probably going to be digging our way back to the surface at this point. Oh, deep dark. Hoo-hoo. Oh, the skulk sensors as well. Is there a city down here? Oh, if we found an ancient city, that's good. That's cool. I don't think there is, though. It doesn't look big enough. Although, actually, no, it spreads quite far back under the mountains there, so there could be an ancient city somewhere around here. That's cool. I guess we'll mark this on the map for future reference. Oh shit. I've activated the skulk sensor by mistake. Whoops. Okay, let's drop a waypoint here. Oh shit, how do I add a waypoint? Ah, there we go. Create waypoint. Deep. Why is it not typing? Oh, there we go. I was clicking on the wrong box. Okay, deep dark. There we go. I'll deactivate it because we don't want it on screen all the time. I'm going to disable the andesite one as well. We don't need that on screen. But now we know where it is. We'll come back to this. For now, I'm just going to sneak away. Deeper voice than me, says Luke. Sorry to hear that, Luke. You know, some people are just late bloomers. I'm sure puberty will get to you eventually. And then you can have a lovely, deep, manly voice like me. Oh, that is Viridium, I think it's called. And that is a creeper. That is 2 creepers. So, okay, can you... Before you do that... Oh, there's another one. Ah! Okay. I'm alive. I'm alive. There's more skulk down here. This is risky now. We're in dangerous territory here. I see redstone. That's what we're here for. So as long as we can get... Oh, there's redstone right here. There is a diamond up there as well, which I'm going to need to grab. That's a shrieker. That is a shrieker. Okay, so if we set that off, a warden will spawn. This This is like the worst possible place that we could find redstone, because if we mine it, it's gonna make a noise, and then the warden's gonna know where we are. This is terrible. Like, this is literally... How did this happen? How did we end up here? Okay, let me just see what we can do with Viridium. We can crush it for a chance of copper. Excuse me. But we don't really need copper just yet, so... And also, copper's everywhere. We don't need another source of copper in the game. It's already far too common. Oh god, no. Please can other mobs set off the Skulk Shrieker? If I get killed because that cockroach sets off the Shrieker, I'm gonna be really pissed. Okay, there's some up here. There was some here. I swear to God, there was some. I saw some redstone. There it is. I'm stressing. I'm stressing. Why did it have to be? Why did it have to be a deep dark? Why did we have to find a deep dark biome here, of all the places? Oh, this stuff is azurine. I think we can grind that down to make copper. To make iron. Sorry. No, that one's zinc. Okay, so azurine, we can grind it to make zinc. Viridian, we can grind to make copper. Crimsite, we can grind to make iron. And ochrum, we can grind to make gold. There is an ancient city! Oh my god! I don't know how well you can see it because of the lighting, but that's an ancient city. Okay, we have officially found an ancient city. I'm going to add a waypoint here. Ancient city. And then I'm going to remove the deep dark waypoint. And now we have a waypoint for the ancient city. We will definitely come back here at some point, because I've never actually visited an ancient city in survival before. We will at some point. But for now, let's focus on the matter at hand. I want to get that diamond, because we are woefully short on diamonds at the minute. Oh, we got some glow squid as well, so we can make some glow calamari, which is hopefully going to be delicious and not radioactive. There we go. Okay. We need to tread carefully. Don't. Okay. Are there any other shriekers? I can't see any more. Can I get to that redstone without setting off a shrieker? There's only one way to find out. Are you zesty, says Louis. I will let you answer that question for yourself. Ow. Okay. Do not set off the shrieker. That is the only one. I'm pretty sure that's the only one. So... Ow. Okay, we made it. We will be going back to the surface in just a minute. I think this will be enough redstone for the time being. I think we do need it for packaging as well, for the packaging machine, which I'm going to try to build today. But 37 should be enough for what we need for today. Okay. Now let's get out of here. It's going to be very hard to get out of here because we haven't brought any blocks to climb our way out with. We're going to be just relying on whatever we've managed to collect on our journey. I've got a single block of dirt in my backpack. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, let's try and go home. Like I say, I apologise, the underground stuff is not the most exciting because you can't really see what's going on half the time. But we will be back on the surface in just a minute. We'll get back to base and we'll get back to building our storage system. Okay, this looks promising. I think we can get out this way. Oh god, the skeletons everywhere. No, that's going to take us deeper. We want to be going upwards, not downwards. Oh, geode. I'm going to get a bit of amethyst so we can... Oh. Aha. Very nice. Thank you very much. Cyan bed. Oh, okay. I'm having that. Cyan is my favourite colour in Minecraft, by the way. Like for beds and concrete and glass. I love cyan. Or turquoise to the layperson. Oh, that's sunlight. Okay. Aha. Bingo. Oh, that didn't go well. Oh, water. There's a water flow. Okay, well that makes things much easier. We'll just swim up. Now, how close to base are we? I wonder. Pretty close, actually. We haven't actually strayed as far as I thought we would have. In fact, I'm pretty sure we'll see base over this hill. Yep, okay. So, that's good to know. There's a massive ravine right there, just in front of the volcano. Oh, tomatoes. Shall we get some? Let's get some tomatoes. Why not? Don't really need them because we got pumpkins, which is our sole source of food right now. But you never know. There wouldn't be much point in having Farmer's Delight if we didn't use it, you know. So. Okay. Oh dear. Excuse me. We are back at base. So we need to whip up a couple of brass funnels. See how our machine's doing. Oh, look at all that andesite. Just think, right, in the last stream, we were literally, the entire stream, we were going back and forth mining andesite. We never have to do that again. We never have to mine a single block of andesite again. It's brilliant. Saul, says Oliver O'Jordan. How are you doing, Oliver? What's up? Oh, we're quite low on quartz as well. Oh, hang on. Never mind. I got the recipe the wrong way around. It's 8. There we go. Okay, we can afford it then. Better again now I'm with you. Oh, thank you very much, Oliver. That's what I'm here for, to cheer you up. To help you unwind. We need sandpaper. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, I just want to show you, you can actually automate this as well. If we put rose quartz on the deployer here, on the depot here, and then give the sandpaper to the deployer, it sands it for us. So that's nice. Obviously, sandpaper wears down very quickly, so there's not really much point in doing that, but it's an option. I have a question, says Oliver. Go ahead, Oliver. What is this game? How do you get Minecraft like this, says Quinn. So I'm using a custom mod pack called Create at Astra. If you're a member of the Discord server, you can download the mod pack in the Minecraft channel. The main mod in the pack is Create, which is what I'm using for all of these machines and stuff. And the other big mod is Ad Astra, which we haven't actually started yet, but we will be getting into the Ad Astra stuff and go into space and all that in future. Oliver O'Riordan, what is your Tesco meal deal? Oh, now there's a question. There is a question. Okay, so first of all, sandwich. Let's start with the sandwich. Ploughman's. I am obsessed with Ploughman's sandwiches. I love a good cheddar Ploughman's. It's got to be the real deal. Cheese, obviously a nice strong cheddar, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, pickle, preferably Branston pickle, and ideally mayonnaise as well. Brilliant. On brown bread. Now that's a sandwich. That is a sandwich. So Ploughman's sandwich for sure. Snacks, it really depends on my mood, you know. Sometimes I'll take a nice packet of good old-fashioned ready salted crisps or cheese and onion crisps. Sometimes I'm in more of a chocolate mood. Occasionally a Scotch egg. I love a nice Scotch egg as well if I'm feeling that sort of mood. So it really depends. And the drink, normally I like to get an iced coffee with my meal deal. Again, this kind of depends as well. If it depends what I'm buying the meal deal for. If I'm buying it to sit down and eat it, then I'll get an iced coffee. But if I'm buying it to take on a walk with me or something like that, then I'll get like a Mountain Dew or something, so that I've got something to drink while I'm walking. So there you go. Pretty much everything is negotiable except for the sandwich, which has to be a cheddar Ploughman's on brown bread. Okay, back to the game. We need 2 brass funnels, so we need brass, kelp, and... Where did I put the brass and kelp? Ah, there we go. Sounds banging. Oh, it is. It's such a great sandwich, especially on a hot day, because you got the lettuce, the tomato, the cucumber. It really keeps you cool. It really cools you down. It's really refreshing and very healthy as well, because it's got like 3 different vegetables in it. Although I guess the cheese somewhat cancels out the healthiness, which is why the brown bread is there as well. But yeah, honestly, love Ploughman's. I think it was probably my granddad who got me into Ploughman's sandwiches, because he was an actual ploughman. He worked on a farm, and I used to go to work with him on the weekends. So we'd always take a snap box, packed lunch with some Ploughman's sandwiches. So I think that's probably what first endeared me to them. Okay, what do we need next? Oh, we need to connect this up. We need to connect our shaft. Every time I say that word, I can't help but think of a certain thing that we're not going to mention because it's inappropriate. Okay, we need to somehow connect this shaft to this speed controller. And ideally, we want to do it underground so that it's not blocking our path. Pixel Paradise says, I've never ever played this game, and the more I see you play it, I want it. You should. You absolutely should. Minecraft is such a fun game. I mean, modded Minecraft is absolutely incredible, but even vanilla Minecraft with no mods is still a very, very fun experience. I mean, it's the best-selling game of all time for a reason, you know? Is it... Wait, actually, is it the best-selling game of all time, or is it GTA 5? I know it's one of those two. It used to be Tetris, but then I think Minecraft took over, and then I think GTA took over from Minecraft. It's one of the best-selling games of all time. It's either the first or second. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a shaft along here. I'm on Xbox Series X. Where do I start? Says Pixel Paradise. It's on Xbox. Yeah, you can get it on Xbox. The Xbox edition is Bedrock, so it's a little bit different from Java. You'll hear people talk about Bedrock Edition and Java Edition. For all intents and purposes, they are the same game, but they're made in two different programming languages, which means there's very small differences between the two. But the great advantage of Bedrock is that it's crossplay. So if you have a friend who's got a PlayStation, you can play multiplayer Minecraft with them. If you got a friend on PC or even on a mobile phone, they can join your multiplayer world, which is really cool. I feel there aren't enough crossplay games. It's not exactly new technology. Crossplay's been around for a few years at this point, but there's still not enough games that are crossplay, in my opinion. We need more. Okay, I'm going to make a... wooden planks, please. No, no. I need more wood. Need to find a piece of wood that won't be missed. What's the name of the Minecraft mod? Says Mo. So the mod that adds in all the machinery is called Create. This is a custom mod pack called Create at Astra. There's about 100 mods in it altogether, but the biggest one is Create. And the volcano there is added by a mod called TheRelaxedMovement, which also adds in all of these wonderful biomes that you can see around me. Highly recommend TheRelaxedMovement. If you want a mod that adds in lots of biomes without adding in loads of new blocks, then I definitely recommend TheRelaxedMovement, because it doesn't actually add any blocks to the game. It just adds new biomes that use vanilla blocks, which is really cool. Thank you for following, by the way, Brighton Skyline and Mo. That's very kind of you both. Okay, I'm going to make a gearbox. And we're going to pop the gearbox here. And then we're going to run a shaft along here. And the shaft's going to go underneath the slicer. Oh, we need a bit more shaft. There we go. And then I think we can probably connect this with a belt. I don't think it'd look too out of place to use a belt here. Have we got belts in our backpack? Nope. There we go. Okay. Belt there. And belt there. Now, the only problem is, it would be nice if it was a bit deeper underground, especially this bit here. It's, we can try and cover it up, but it's not going to be pretty. Oh, hang on. No, I've got a better idea. Let's remove this. And what we'll do instead is we'll have a shaft here. Oh, we can't have a shaft there because of that. Okay, never mind. Oh, God, what are we going to do then? Have we got encased chain drive? We don't. Can we make an encased chain drive? Oh, yeah, that's easy. Andesite casing and zinc. Let's whip up a couple of those. And then we'll pop those, not there, here and here. And then we can use a belt here. There we go. That just covers it up a little bit nicer. We do still have the chain drive sticking out there, but I think that's a much better option. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to grow a couple more trees because we really need more wood. Just pop a couple of these down. What I'm going to use to cover these is iron facades. So the way that these work is they actually occupy the same block as whatever item you place them on. So this is perfectly flat. I say that, but actually there is a slight rise as you walk over it. But if I view it from the side, you can see that it sits flush with the grass around it, which is a really nice look. So I'm going to make a few more of those and cover up the rest of this shaft. Is this modded? Says Sakai's the best. Yes, it is indeed. This is a custom mod pack called Create at Astra. I've got about 100 mods, but the main ones are Create and Ad Astra. All this machinery is from Create. Okay, there we go. A few more iron facades. Come on. Why can't I fit one under there? Oh, right. Because it technically doesn't... It technically occupies the block above, so we can't fit one there. Okay, well, I'm not very happy with that. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that solution, but it'll do for now. Let's not obsess too much about making it look good at this very moment. We can concentrate on that in future. What I do want to do is make a bit of bone meal. Oh no, not the cocoa beans. Let's not waste those. Thank you. Oh, we've got actual bones. I forgot that we had actual bones in our backpack. Okay, brilliant. Didn't mean to do that. Or that. There we go. Clear away all of this crap that I didn't mean to grow. Can you answer? Says 1MXA109. I haven't seen any question from you, 1MX. I haven't seen a question from you, so I can't answer. Okay, I'm gonna... We'll make half of these into andesite casing. We'll save some just in case we need wood for anything else. But if I chuck all this onto here, that'll start stripping the logs for us. There we go. And then if I grab some andesite alloy from over here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to pop the andesite alloy in the deployer there, and we're going to start sticking these stripped logs there, and that will start making andesite casing for us. And what we can then do is we can encase this shaft here. There we go. So that looks a little bit tidier now. Or actually, no. What we could do instead is encase these these belts. There we go. So now they sit flush with the ground, and then the shaft doesn't look like it. You know, you can't see the shaft exposed to the air at all, which I think works quite nicely for us. And then, what happens if we encase this belt? Okay, unfortunately that doesn't work. We could make this a chain drive as well, though. To be fair, let's do that. Let's make a couple more chain drives. I always forget that you can use chain drives instead of belts to connect together shafts. But if we pop that here, there we go. Brilliant, bingo. And also, we can make this even more invisible now because we can put one under here. And we can make this one a belt because it's going to be completely invisible. And... oh, I can't actually click on that back one because I can't see it without crouching. There we go. Okay. And I think it's ready to go. I think we're ready to actually start putting stuff into the vault now, which is incredible. I'm looking forward to this. I want to show you it in action, okay? Are you ready to see the item vault loader in action? Oh, here's a bit of a mess. Sorry. Okay, so this is... I like that. I think that's pretty good. It's as good as we're going to get. One more thing that we do need to do is reverse the rotation of the wheel, and I'm going to put the speed up. There we go. So, what's going to happen now, if we put items in this barrel, they're going to be moved into this vault. So let's just test it. Look at that, in it all goes. Very swiftly. And then, if I click on this controller, look at that. We can see everything that's in the vault. And if we want to find something, we can use the search bar. So let's search for a cogwheel. Oh, you can't press G, because it closes it. We can rebind that. And then I click on the cogwheel, and it takes it out. And let's get some brass. Let's take all of the brass. There we go. Easy as that. And again, this has the same storage capacity as 60 chests, but we can empty it and load it from one single point, which is incredible. And in fact, because I've got the Move It mod, so I can pick up barrels and move them around, we don't even have to manually move all this stuff. I can just pick up a chest, put it here, and it'll empty it out for us. How cool is that? And that's just in there now. And this will hold all of our chest space, all of our inventory. Absolutely everything we have in all of these chests will fit into that vault. So let's get another one. In it all goes. This is fantastic. This is genuinely... I love it. Okay, let's grab another one. And I suppose we'd best bring some of the other ones over as well, just so that they're ready. Oh, need to get a bit closer. Look at how quick this is as well. It's so quick and easy. Almost there. Holy, those graphics, says Unsworth. Yes. The graphics are looking pretty sharp. We're using the Mellow shader. Fantastic shader. Hold on. I've got a few shaders available, and I think we're going to switch shaders when we go to other planets and stuff like that. But the Mellow shader is absolutely beautiful for the overworld. And look at how full this vault is now. Look at all this stuff. It's a shame the viewing window is so small. That's a slight complaint with this mod. But it doesn't really matter because we can search up whatever we want and just take it out. So we don't really need to be like scrolling through to see what we've got. We can just search it up and grab it. This Move It mod as well is just a game changer, by the way, because can you imagine if I had to manually take all of this stuff out and then put it all in here? Whereas with this, all I have to do is pick up the chest and move it. It's brilliant. Oh, that one's empty. So this is the last one. This is the last chest. And that's it. That's it. Our entire inventory, every single item and block that we've collected since we started this world is all in there. And we can just look up whatever we want and grab it. Look at that. It's brilliant. And I'm going to put the barrel back here. So if we ever need to put anything into the vault, you just pop it in there, and in it goes. I am going to take the crafting table back out, though, because I want to have a crafting table. There we go. I want to have a crafting table out here to just work on. What if we put it there? I don't know if I'm a fan of the cogwheel clipping through it, but I do like that it covers up the gearbox here. So I think I might keep a crafting table there, actually. I think that kind of works. And with that, we have finished our storage solution. This is pretty much all the storage we're ever going to need. We won't even need to build a second one. I mean, maybe way down the line we'll need to build a second one, but this can store the same amount as 60 chests, which is more than enough for what we're going to need for now. The only thing that's missing is the packager, which is, you'll see how that works later because we're going to make one of those as well. But before we do that, I do actually want to put all of the stuff from my backpack in there as well. With a couple of exceptions. We don't want to put... In fact, no, let's just put it all in. And then we can take stuff back out again, depending on what we want to keep out. Oh, I'm definitely going to take the raw materials out, because we can smelt those. Okay. Is there anything else raw in there? There's raw lead. We can smelt that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much working. We've done it, and we're only halfway through the stream, so what's next? Well, first of all, I'm going to take a quick look at the keybinds, and I'm going to remove the keybind for... if I can find it. It must be a create thing. I'll scroll all the way down and see if we can find reference to it. It doesn't seem to be listed. So what's happening is, if I press G, it exits an inventory. So if I'm looking in this barrel and I press G, it leaves it. But it also happens when I'm trying to type words in this terminal. So if I type the letter G, it sends me out of the terminal. So I need to figure out what's causing that. It doesn't help that the keybind information is actually out of frame. Aha! Close Curio's inventory. What can I rebind it to? Home, I guess. Aha! Perfect. Okay. So now, if I type in the word crafting, it works, and it doesn't close us out. Perfect. So that's one mystery solved. Moving on then, I'm going to go ahead and smelt all of these raw metals, and then we are going to get to work on our packaging machine, which you'll get to see in action hopefully by the end of the stream. Copper, iron, and lead. We don't actually need lead yet. It's for nuclear craft, but when we do eventually get to that, we will need to use ingots. So there's no point in keeping raw lead. We might as well smelt it. Okay, so we are going to want to make 2 packages, which each use 2 redstone, 4 iron ingots, and a block of cardboard. Cardboard is made by pressing pulp, and pulp is made by mixing water and saplings. Okay, well that's fairly easy to do. Let's grab some saplings. We'll get some acacia ones, and we'll get some redstone. We'll get some iron, and we'll get some buckets so we can get the water. There we are. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Says Johnny. I'm afraid not, Johnny. I'm an atheist. But more power to you if that's your belief. Okay, so we put water in this basin, and then we add pulp. No, we don't. Oh, we need to add 4. Okay, it's working now. Oh, it's 4 to 1. It's 4 of those makes 1 pulp. Okay. Okay, I just want to let you know he's a really cool guy and he loves you more than you could ever imagine. Okay, well that's very nice of him. We're going to need quite a lot of saplings for this, unfortunately. It's going to be an expensive process. And we're probably going to need more water. How's the Peak District, says Aviator? It's very good. I haven't been since I made my last video. Which you can check out on my profile if you're interested. Be warned, it is 20 minutes long, but I'm very proud of it. How long was that walk? That walk took about 6 hours. Obviously, it would have I probably could have done it quicker if it was along flat ground, and also I was filming a video, so I was stopping and starting to record quite a lot. But yeah, it took 6 hours, and I walked about 10 miles. I want to replace my bed right now. I want to get this cyan bed in here. Go away, yellow bed. Cyan bed now. Right, so we press the pulp to make cardboard, and then 4 pieces of cardboard makes a cardboard box, right? Or a block of cardboard, which is just a cardboard box. There we go. Right. There's 2 blocks of cardboard. We surround these with iron. And then 2 redstone. And that makes a packager. So the way the packagers work is we're going to put one right here. This is going to unload cardboard boxes into the item vault. And then we're going to put another one here, which is going to load andesite alloy into cardboard boxes. You'll see how it all works when we get to that. I'm going to put it this way, facing upwards. We then also need to make 2 frog ports, which are a very unusual looking block, but very cool. We need 2 of those. They cost 1 volt and 1 slime ball each. We can whip up slime balls with dough and dye. Oh, actually, we got some slime blocks. So can we deconstruct a slime block? Yes, we can. Item vaults will... You can throw these? That's cool. I did not know you can throw those. It literally says can be thrown, but I didn't read that. Okay, so we need vaults, which means we're going to need barrels, which means we're going to need planks, which we don't have. We got logs though. I accidentally took a bed out as well. Okay, so 2 barrels. That'll be enough then for 2 barrels, I think. No, it won't. I've miscounted. That's 1 barrel. And that is 2. 4 iron sheets. Go and whip those up quick. 4. And then the other thing was andesite alloy, right? Which will be in the storage area as well. And there we go. Oh, that's an alloy sheet. Where's the actual andesite alloy? I guess we can just grab some more from here. But soon we won't have to, because once this is set up, it'll automatically move the andesite from there into the item vault, which is the great thing about it. Okay, there's our vaults. There's our frog ports. Ta-da! Now, these, as you can see, look like frogs. But they're really cool. I'm going to show you how they work right now. So we are going to put one of them on top of this packager here. And we're going to put one of them on top of this packager here. One more thing we need to do, though, is make a couple of chain conveyors. So that's 4 andesite casing around a large cogwheel. Do we have large cogwheels? We do. Let's grab one of those. And we've already got andesite casing, which is handy. So there's our chain conveyors. I'm also going to make a couple of andesite pillars, andesite girders, sorry. Oh, wait. How do I make andesite girders? Oh, wait. I think I've sussed it. So I'm guessing it's the same recipe as iron girders, but with andesite sheets instead. There isn't really much use for andesite sheets apart from this, so we may as well make a couple for that. That has not worked. Okay, how do we make andesite girders then? Oh, it's andesite around a shaft. Right, well that's easy. Right, so we are going to... Oh, actually, 1 second. I'm going to make a couple more chain conveyors, and you'll see why once we get them set up. There we go. Okay, so the way these work, we're going to put one right here. Let's go right into the corner, and let's make it level 76, which I think will be just above the level of the vault here. 75. Yeah, it'll be just above it, which is just about acceptable. So what's going to happen is we will build another one here, and then whereabouts exactly should we put it? Could it work here? Yeah, that looks alright. That looks alright. So then we are going to make some chains, which are going to require quite a bit of iron. Oh god, we're low on iron already. We got 3 stacks of it earlier, and we're already running low. But we're going to get some iron. We're going to make some chains. And it should tell us exactly how many we need to connect these together. 6. Okay, that's fairly cheap. There we go. And so if we connect these together, what happens is we get a chain. And if we apply rotational force to this, the chain will move. And what we can do is we can hang stuff on the chain and it will be moved. So what's going to happen is the andesite here is going to be packaged, and then the packages are going to be put on the chain conveyor and carried over to here, where they'll be unpackaged and put into the vault. So we need to provide rotational force to the chain conveyor for all of this to work, and I didn't actually think about how I was going to add rotational force to the chain conveyor, but if we run it over here as well, because eventually it would be nice to connect it to the factory here. So if we put one here and connect that up with some chains, how many are we going to need for that? 6 again. Okay. And we connect those up. And then somehow we should be able to draw some rotational force from in here. I'm not sure exactly where. Where's the... Right, the pillar's here. Okay. So if we make a gap there, it's going to look ugly for now, but we'll tidy it up in future. What I'm going to do is run a gear, an encased chain drive, which is going to require even more andesite casings. We definitely need to get an andesite casing farm set up in future. There we go. And we surround those with zinc. Don't put that there, please. We surround those with zinc ingots. There we go. That's it. And then we head up to the roof. One, two, three. There we go. And then we run a shaft along the top here. A vertical gearbox there. One more shaft underneath, and that should start working. Exciting stuff. Okay. Vertical gearbox. That's going to be another andesite casing. Surrounded by... Whoops, I accidentally removed a... Oh, I removed a facade and it deleted it. It's okay, we got spares. Just gotta be careful where I'm clicking. Okay, and then we are gonna need 4 cogwheels. There we go. That gets us our gearbox. Then we make it into a vertical gearbox. And if we connect that up... Got to be careful with the collision on this because it's a little bit tricky. Ow, there we go. Oh, we could just do that. Ta-da! There it goes. Okay, so we now have a working chain conveyor. It's moving quite slowly, but that's okay for now. Again, I can probably clean this up between streams and make it a little bit neater and tidier. But the way this works is when stuff gets hung on the chain, it gets carried about. And actually, we can travel on the chain as well. If I right-click on this with a wrench, we can actually ride on the chain conveyor. Now, it's incredibly slow. We could step the speed up, but right now it's incredibly slow. So, don't expect big things. But we can ride, as long as we are holding on to the wrench, we can ride along it, which is pretty cool. And eventually, when the base gets bigger, we could use it to quickly travel around the base. So, good stuff. But for now, all we need it for is our storage solution. So we are going to put a frog port. We're going to bind it to there, and then we're going to pop it there. Oh, can you not face straight ahead, please? No, not there. There. What? Oh, please face straight ahead. This is going to be really fiddly and annoying to get it to actually face straight ahead. That's still not facing straight ahead, is it? Is it? I actually can't tell if that's facing straight ahead right now. It's not. It's very slightly off center. This is gonna bug the hell out of me. I'm sorry, but this is genuinely going to annoy me if I can't get this straight. Does it always look... I think it might be because it always looks at the... it looks at where it's mapped to. So we might as well just do this and make it fully diagonal if we're going to do that. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to name this storage. Like so. Storage. And then we're going to put another one here. Oh, no target selected. I didn't map it properly. There we go. There we go. So, all we need to do now is power this and put a sign on it. And this is the cool part. This is the really cool part. I'm excited for this. So we need to make a sign. We don't have a sign, so let's whip one up. We don't have enough wood to make a sign. That's very annoying. We also need a lever, which we do have. So, if I can just find a little bit of birch wood somewhere, so we can make a nice birch sign. I mean, we could just use acacia for now. It does. Let's not. Again, let's not worry too much about making it look good at the minute. Let's just worry about getting it working, right? So if I can find a little acacia, that one will do. Somewhere far away so it doesn't disturb the natural scenery. There we are. I think in the next episode we'll definitely look at getting a tree farm set up, because we are currently struggling a little bit for wood. But once this is working, it'll make life a lot easier for us. So there's our signs, there's our lever. Now get ready to watch the magic happen. So we're going to put a sign on here that says storage. We're going to put a lever on here. And when we turn it on, I'm going to move the sign actually, because I want you to actually be able to see what happens when we turn it on. So when we turn it on, ta-da! So what happened there is the andesite alloy got packaged, and then the frogport put it onto the chain conveyor, and then once it reaches this frogport, ta-da! It unpackages it and loads it into the vault. So if we check the vault now for andesite alloy, there's 136. That is incredible. I love that so much. This is brand new, by the way, in the latest version of Create. So if you're not playing with Create 6.0, you won't be able to use any of this stuff. But look at that. That is so cool. I love it. I really love it. And eventually, but the beauty of this is that we can add as many frog ports as we want, and we can load everything onto the same conveyor. So we could put one over here at the pumpkin farm, and as long as it says storage, it'll load it onto the chain conveyor, and then this same frog port will load it into the vault. And that's so cool. In fact, we could do that. Maybe we'll do that. Let's get the pumpkins in the vault as well. That'd be really cool. I'm gonna do that. We got one more chain conveyor, so why not? If we put one here, oh, I'm just thinking. If we put one here, oh, I don't think the chain conveyor will. I don't think the frog port will reach there. I think that'd be out of range. But we can try it. We can try it. I'm just imagining in future, though, we're going to have these all over the place, and there's going to be loads and loads of boxes with different stuff being loaded on there, like all of our different farms, or like log farm, andesite farm, pumpkin farm, are all going to be loading boxes, and there's just going to be boxes flying around everywhere on these chain conveyors. It's going to be so cool. And it's already really cool to see it in action. I absolutely love this. This is like the perfect addition to the Create mod. It's so cool. I'm still not 100% sure about the frog facing that direction though, so when I've got a second, I'm gonna just shift him. We'll get him to target this side instead. There we go. So cool, says so. It really is. I love it. Oh, actually, no. We'll target this block. And then... Oh, actually, I just want to show you what happens if there's no address. So this package is actually marked storage. So if it doesn't find a suitable frog port, it'll just spin around on the chain conveyor. But as soon as we rename this frog port to storage, next time it goes round, it grabs it. There we go. It really is amazing to see this in action. I love this so much. Okay, let's see if we can get this working then over here. So we're going to need some more chains. I don't know if we're going to have enough iron for all of this, but we'll see. We're running very low, which is concerning. There we go, but that's now connected to the network. I don't think these have... Oh, these do have a small stress impact. 16 stress units each. So eventually, if we add too many, it will overpower the steam generator. So we do need to just keep an eye on that. But for now, this is exactly enough. This is exactly what we need. So we need to make another frog port. I've already forgotten the recipe for those. Volt, andesite alloy, and a slime ball. Which means we're going to need more wood again. we really need to get this wood farm set up. Like I say, that's going to be our top priority in the next stream, I think, is to automate the production of logs. Because at the minute, we're just going back and forth all the time, trying to collect what we need. Basically, the same story as last week when we were running back and forth to get andesite alloy all the time. We're going to end up doing the same thing for planks and logs unless we get a farm set up for these as well. So I will prioritize that next time for sure. No. I was supposed to make that into a barrel. I made it into an andesite casing instead. Okay, let's go get some more. Because you see, I really don't want to disturb the landscape. I want to be as unobtrusive as possible. Sorry about the spam in chat, everybody. Unfortunately, it happens. Thanks for following, Soph. Very kind of you. And thank you. Yeah, Thanks very much. Okay, there's our barrel. I think we're going to have exactly the right amount of iron. Which means this is the last iron we have. We now have no more after this. Hi Saul, says YNWA. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, there's our barrel. There is our frog port. And, oh, we're going to need another packager as well. We're going to need to go and get more iron. It's unavoidable. We just need more iron. How are you? I'm very good. I'm having a pretty good day. It's been a great stream so far. I've had lots of fun. We've built a new storage system, and we've got a beautiful chain conveyor set up. It's coming along really nicely. I know I've said it before, but this is by far my favourite series that I've probably ever that I've live streamed. I've really thoroughly enjoyed Create at Astra. It's been so much fun. There's been so much positivity in the comments. You know, so many people wanting to know more about the mods and the mod pack and stuff like that. Every week I look forward to this stream specifically because it's so much fun. So it's always nice to see that people are enjoying it. Can't get over the shaders. Yeah, the shaders are beautiful. This is the mellow shader that I'm using right now. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got plenty of others that we're going to use in future when we go to other planets and stuff. But while we're here in the overworld on Earth, we'll be using mellow, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I suppose while we're out as well, I'll grab a bit more wood as well. So we need iron and wood. One thing I want to do in future as well is look for infinite ore veins. So I've actually got a mod called Create Ore Excavation. And what it does is it adds in infinite ore veins, which are... It sounds a little bit overpowered, but they're very rare and they're very hard to harness. But if you build the right equipment and you find one of these infinite ore veins, it's basically like... It's basically you put down this drill and it mines, and it'll just infinitely mine whatever ore is in the area. So if we find an infinite iron vein, we can mine iron forever, infinitely from one block, which is really cool. And it sounds a little bit overpowered, it sounds a little bit cheaty, but when you're playing with big mods that have loads of very expensive recipes, and you need like hundreds of stacks of materials, that sort of stuff is really useful. So it will definitely come in handy in future. I mean, just look at today. We got 3 stacks of iron, and we've used it all already, so we're now going to get more. So that mod's definitely going to come in handy down the line. YNWA says, wish I could get this, but I'm on Bedrock. Oh, that's a shame, YNWA. I think, yeah, the biggest limitation of Bedrock is definitely the lack of mod capability. And I say this as someone who enjoys Bedrock, you know, it's because it is, again, essentially the same game, but it is a shame that it's not moddable in the same way that Java is, because there's so many great mods that Bedrock players are missing out on. Where's the... I swear I saw some iron on the side of this hill, and now I'm up here, I can't find it. There's some there. Now, there is actually a way that we can get slightly more iron, which is if we use crushing wheels. If you put raw iron into a crushing wheel, it creates crushed raw iron. But there's a 50% chance or something like that it'll give you an extra one. So if you grind 1 piece of raw iron, it might give you 2 crushed raw iron. And obviously, the one crushed raw iron is 1 ingot. So you can actually get... In theory, you could get twice as many ingots per raw iron if you get lucky with it. So it would definitely be worth setting up crushing wheels. We will set up crushing wheels in the future. They are an essential part of the mods. There's some things that we can't craft without them. So in future we will get those set up. Maybe we'll have a look at that next week as well. I don't know. I can't wait for vibrant visuals. Me too. It is going to be really cool playing Bedrock with shaders. I am definitely looking forward to checking that out. And I actually love how the shaders have been done, like from the previews and stuff. I especially love how the shadows are pixelated, which you don't see in many shaders on Java. There's a couple. There are a couple of shaders out there that do the pixelated shadow thing. But the way that they've been done by Mojang in the Vibrant Visuals update, it does look really cool. It looks incredible. So I can't wait to see those in action. Okay, I need iron. I love that they've made the shadows pixels. Yeah, exactly. It is a really cool idea. And like I say, you don't really see it in shader packs, with a couple of exceptions. Most shaders on Bedrock try to go for realistic shadows, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like shaders that make the game look too realistic, because at the end of the day, it's a world made of blocks, so it gets to a point where the graphics are so realistic that they just look awkward in the world of Minecraft. So I like shaders like this one that keep it fairly vanilla friendly. And it looks like what Mojang's doing with the Vibrant Visuals update is going to be a similar thing. It's not going to make the game look too realistic, because I don't think Minecraft should look too realistic. I think that kind of defeats the point. You know, it has a style that really suits it. Okay, 19 raw iron. It's not enough. It's not enough. We need more. It's getting harder and harder to find on the surface, though. Have you played with Happy Ghasts yet? I haven't, no. I haven't actually checked out any of the preview stuff yet. But the Happy Ghasts, I'm really looking forward to those as well. There's so much potential with those. People have already, like, made trains and stuff with them, which is really cool. They're definitely gonna have quite a lot of possibilities. Okay, that's probably enough iron for now. Okay, am I going to have enough Sunbird power? No! Ooh. I thought I was falling then. It's because I pressed shift. Okay, we had just enough energy from the Sunbird to not fall to our death there. Okay, let's head back, and on the way I'm going to get a few logs as well. Oh, actually, there's a little bit of iron there, which I'll grab too. But yeah, I think we are starting to exhaust the surface iron in this biome, which means eventually we will have to start digging down. Not really looking forward to that. Kind of controversial, but mining is actually one of my least favourite parts of Minecraft. It's just boring, you know, I don't really enjoy the mining. I saw someone made a gas staircase. I saw that as well, yeah. I do think it's really cool that we now have a mob that you can actually walk on the back of. That's really cool. I mean, obviously, because things like horses and pigs, they don't actually have any collision on them. Like, you can't, like, stand on top of a pig. You can sit on a pig with a saddle, and you can sit on a horse with a saddle, but you can't actually, like, stand on top of them. So it's really cool to finally have a mob that you can stand on top of without actually sitting down on it. And again, it adds so many possibilities. You already know that people are going to make some crazy stuff with the happy ghasts. I also saw, by the way, Mumbo Jumbo made a video recently where he revealed that he actually was a consultant on the Minecraft movie. They actually consulted him a lot for like some of the redstone contraptions in the film. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, but according to Mumbo himself, he might have actually been the one who suggested that the piglins should ride on ghasts. So we might actually have Mumbo Jumbo to thank for happy ghasts being in the game, which is crazy. Because I think the happy ghasts are directly based on the ghasts from the movie, which are being ridden by the piglins. So if it's true that he suggested the idea of piglins riding on ghasts, then that would mean that Mumbo Jumbo actually invented happy ghasts. That's so crazy. Again, I don't know if it's 100% true, but by the sounds of it, it kind of sounds like it was his idea, which is crazy. I saw that too, says YWNA. Yeah, it's I'm a big fan of Mumbo, by the way. Love Mumbo. I'm not really into Hermitcraft. I've never really watched Hermitcraft that much. But I do like some of the people like on their own channels. Like I love Mumbo. I love Grian. I learned so much about Minecraft building from Grian, like how to make stuff look good. Like I say, I don't really watch Hermitcraft as a show. But I watch some of the members of it, like, individually on their own channels. Yo, check DMs, says Donzo. I will check my DMs after the stream. I never check my messages in the middle of the stream. That would be very rude to my viewers. But if any messages, I will check after the stream. Okay, we're back home. We're going to get this iron smelted, and then we're going to build another packager, and we're going to get another frog port set up. Put that into smelt. Taking its time. There is 44, so... you could also apparently attach leads to animals to your happy ghast. It's easier. Yeah, you can carry animals with the happy ghast as well, which actually is going to really help with exploring and stuff. Like, it's going to completely change how people explore in Minecraft, because now you can have... you can attach a mule to a happy ghast, and then you've got storage space. You can attach a horse, and then if you ever want to get somewhere quickly, you can just drop the horse and ride around on it. You could carry like a whole fleet of llamas, and then whenever you need to store loads of stuff, you can put inventories on all of them. You know, you could attach a chicken to it, and it just constantly lays eggs, so you've got a constant supply of eggs wherever you go. There's genuinely so much possibility with the happy ghast, with attaching other mobs to it with leads. It's really, really cool. Like I say, I genuinely am really looking forward to seeing just what you can do with it, what it's capable of. It's going to be really great. And yeah, it is basically an early game alternative to the Elytra. Like, the only downside is that it's slow, but I think it kind of has to be slow, because if it wasn't slow, it'd just be so OP. Like, it kind of has to be slow to balance out how useful it is in every other way. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they fly really slowly. Like I say, I think they kind of have to fly slowly, otherwise they would be ridiculously overpowered. Oh, I didn't actually want to put the frog port in there. We need the frog port. We need iron. And we need redstone. And we need a lever. There we go. Okay. Oh, we need cardboard as well, which means saplings. And buckets. Did I miss much, says Jackson Kane. You missed quite a bit, Jackson, to be honest. We've set up a new storage system. So we got this huge item vault now. If we want to put stuff into it, we just go here and we drop stuff in, and it goes into this massive vault here. And we've also got a computer, so we can instantly take anything we want out of it, which is really cool. Brilliant storage solution. And we've also set up a chain conveyor. So now, when andesite alloy is made, it gets put onto this conveyor belt, and then it gets loaded into the vault. And we're about to connect up the pumpkin farm so that it does the same thing. So the pumpkins from the pumpkin farm will be automatically transported to the vault by the chain conveyors, which is really cool. Look, you can see another package coming along. There's another one. So the andesite goes in, it gets turned into a package, then it gets put onto this chain conveyor, and then when it reaches this point, it gets unloaded and unpackaged into the vault. Really, really cool feature, which is brand new in version 6 of the Create mod. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I really, really love it. And it's going to have so much potential. The newest version of Create's only been out for a few weeks at this point, so I still don't think people have really seen the full potential of it yet. The longer you play it, I'm crying even more in Bedrock. Oh, YNWA. It's a shame. It is a shame. But that's the way it goes, unfortunately. I mean, if you've got the money for, like, a cheap laptop, you know, it doesn't have to be like a super powered, expensive gaming PC. But if you can get like a cheap laptop from somewhere and grab Java Edition, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Okay, what I want to know is, will this packager reach here? It won't, it's too far away. Oh, that's a shame. That means we're going to have to move this. I've got a laptop and a decent one as well, but I tried to run Minecraft and it can't handle it. Oh, that is such a shame. To be fair, it is a fairly poorly optimized game. Like, even the best gaming PCs do struggle with Minecraft sometimes. It's unfortunate, but there it is. Okay, will the frog port reach now? No? How does that not reach? Can it reach the corner? It can reach the corner. Perfect. Okay. So, if we... Let me just grab a granite pillar. Oh, wrong block. There we go. I actually want to try and reverse the direction of the chain conveyor as well, because the packages are going to go right over the top of the vault, which means they're going to actually clip through it. I want the packages to go on this side instead, because it will just look nicer, which means we will have to try and reverse the direction there of the chain conveyor. We don't have enough wood. I mean, we could use a gear shifter for now. I suppose that works. Let's do that. Let's use a gear shifter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the shaft there. I'm going to replace it with a gear shift. And then if we put a lever on that and flip it... Hey, there we go. So that's going to turn the other way now. Which means the packages will move on the left-hand side, which is how we do things here in Britain. So it's more sensible this way. And it also means that the packages from the pumpkin farm will come along this side instead of going over the top of the thingamabob, of the vault. So if we pop a sign on here now, and we're going to call this storage again, so that the packages are labelled correctly. We pop this here, and we switch it on. There it goes. All of that fit into 2 packages, by the way. And there they go. They are still clipping through the side of the vault, but I think it looks better than if they were on top, because if they were going across the other chain, they would be completely inside the vault. So I think that still works. But look at this. We got packages coming from both directions now. So what will happen now is packages from the pumpkin farm will get loaded onto there. Packages from the andesite farm will get loaded onto there. And they'll both be unloaded here. Which means we now have 787 pumpkin slices in storage. Let's take out some of those. This is so cool. It's just, it really is so cool. I don't care what anyone says. This is some cool shit. I love this so much. Brilliant. Brilliant. There's so much more logistic stuff as well that we can do. We can set up whole... we can set up, like, proper logistics networks. It's really crazy. Let me just find... Yeah, look at this. So there's this thing here called the stock link. When placed, stock links create a new stock network. Stock link packages make their inventory available to the network. Other components on the network can now find and request their items. So the way this works is we could have it so that this machine is only activated by a package link, by a logistics link. So what that would mean is, if the amount of pumpkin slices, we could set it so that, like, if there's less than a stack of pumpkin slices in the machine, in the vault, it turns on this machine and makes more pumpkin slices. And then when the amount of pumpkin slices is, like, more than 4 stacks, it sends a message over here and it automatically turns the machine off. So we can literally have a machine that automatically turns itself on when we're running low on pumpkins. And then when we've got enough, it turns itself off again. That's so insane that we can make that happen with Create. It's really, really cool. But that's advanced stuff. We're not going to be doing that for a while. That's expensive, complicated stuff for future. I sent you some gifts. Thank you, Tanya. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the flame heart, the tofu, and the morning bloom. Oh, and thank you, Lauren, for the heart me as well. Sorry I didn't see that earlier, but thank you very much. Okay, I'm thinking. Actually, now that I've mentioned that, I'm tempted to see if we can actually set one of these up. Let's see. Right-click a stock link before placement to connect to its network. Stock-linked packages make their attached inventory available to the network. Stock tickers can order items from these inventories. Seated mobs or blaze burners in front of it act as the stock keeper. Right-click the keeper to start ordering items. When an order is submitted, the items will be placed into packages. From there, they can be transported to the request point. Okay. That does sound a little bit complicated, actually. I think that's a bit outside the scope of today's stream. We've only got half an hour left, so we're not going to set up anything that complicated today. But yeah, in future, that is an option. So we can have a machine that says, if we're running low on pumpkins, turn the pumpkin farm on. And then when we got enough pumpkins, turn it off again. We can do that. We can make a machine that does that. Wow. I fucking love this mod so much. We definitely want to do that, I think, for andesite casing. For andesite alloy, sorry, because what will eventually happen over time, as this machine keeps running, we're going to end up with way, way more andesite alloy than we actually need. What we can do for now is we can manually turn the packager off. So if we... I'll just show you how this works. So right now... In fact, we can get a little bit of andesite alloy out to show you how it works. So right now, what happens is, if andesite goes in, it automatically gets put into a package and then put onto the chain conveyor. But if we just turn it off, then it doesn't get packaged and it goes straight into this storage space instead. So we can use that to limit the amount of andesite casing andesite alloy that goes into the vault, which is really cool. And we could do the same thing with the pumpkin farm. So we can just turn this off manually when we don't want that to be loaded into the main vault. It's incredible. It's so the possibilities of this mod are insane. Like, genuinely. It's crazy how much you can do. Wow. So let's just take stock of what we've done so far. We've only got half an hour left, so I'm not sure what we're going to do for the rest of the stream. But if we stand over here, you can see that the compound is starting to take shape. We got our main factory building here, our warehouse, with the steam generator out back, providing all the power. We've got our andesite alloy generator over in the back there. We've got our pumpkin farm over in the front here. We got our storage vault in the middle. And now we also have a chain conveyor network which is transporting packages between our different machines. We've made so much progress today. We really have come a long way in today's stream. I'm really happy with it. I think what I might do is replace the grass here with a proper floor material. I think we've gotten to the stage now where there's enough machines around, and it's starting to look fairly industrial. So I think it's reached a point where we can replace the grass in this area with some nice bricks or something. So we'll probably look at doing that in the next stream. We're also, I think, one more thing that I can do before we finish the stream is go and grab some more logs. But something that we definitely want to do in the next stream is set up an automatic tree farm, which is basically going to work exactly the same as the pumpkin farm here, but with saplings instead. And if we set that up, we can generate infinite trees. If we hook that up to a sawmill and the andesite alloy generator, we can actually generate infinite andesite casings, which is also going to be very useful. There's just so much we can do. There's so many possibilities. The thing is, even now, 4 episodes in, and with all of this stuff we've built, we've still barely scratched the surface of what you can do with the Create mod. And Create is just one of the mods in this pack. There's 100 mods in this pack. And for the first 4 episodes, we've been focusing on just one. That's how much content there is to offer from just that one mod. I'm really enjoying this. I'm so enjoying this this series so far. That emu is a bit scary. Oh, I tell you what we can do before we finish the stream. I can make some mechanical crafters, and we can build crushing wheels, which are going to be very useful in future. Before I do that, though, I just want to grab a couple of trees. YNWA said, I love it so much, it makes my Monday. That's a bear. That is a bear. Okay, let's be careful. There are bears in this mod pack. But yeah, it's honestly, I know I've said it a million times, but I have never looked forward to a stream as much as I have for Minecraft Monday with this mod pack. It is the highlight of my week in terms of live streaming. I play some great games on stream, but nothing excites me more than Create at Astra. This is so fun. And look at our base down there. Oh, I forgot to make a telescope. But we definitely need to make one, because look at that. You can see our base down there in the distance. All the machines working. Really cool stuff. Oh, there's a sunbird up here. Cool. There's definitely a couple of things that I want to clean up off camera before the next stream as well, though. The chain conveyor in particular, I think, isn't the tidiest that it could be. I'll definitely try and tidy that up a bit. But pretty much, if you've watched my previous streams from this series specifically, you'll have noticed that pretty much the only thing I do off camera is clear space for whatever we're going to be building in the next stream. So like after the first stream, I cleared some space to build the factory, and then we built that in episode 2. And then after episode 2, I cleared space to build the andesite alloy farm, which we built in episode 3. And then after episode 3, I cleared some space to build the storage vault, which we built today. So pretty much the only thing that I actually do off camera is clearing space so that we can build stuff in the actual stream. Is Minecraft your favourite game, says Sync? I wouldn't say it's my favourite game, to be honest. There are definitely games that I enjoy more than Minecraft. But I do absolutely love Minecraft. It's definitely up there in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. It's definitely one of the best games that I've ever played. It's just so fun. There's so much you can do in it. I really love it. But yeah, what I'm actually thinking for the chain conveyor now is you can see here that we've got this very small slot in the wall. It's like a very small window without glass. What I'm thinking is we could put this chain conveyor inside in this corner, and then we could have a very small window at the top and have the chains running through it. So then we could actually load stuff from inside the factory onto the chain conveyor. And I think that would look really cool. I think that would work really well. Why don't you anvil your tools, says Elias JM. We don't really need to. We've got enough iron to keep repairing our tools manually for now. But it's definitely something we can do in future. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another chain conveyor, which is a large cogwheel and 4 andesite casings. And I'm actually going to test this out right now. I'm gonna try and put one of these inside the base and see how it looks. Okay, yeah. That's perfect. That is perfect. It doesn't quite line up. But this should work really well, actually. If we make a hole here. Oh, we could do it like that, actually, so it's just slightly peeking through. No, actually, I think it looks better before. But if we put it here... And then... how would we connect power supply to it, though? Is the question. We could move it down a block, actually. We could put the chain conveyor there. Which is actually a block lower than... Is it a block lower or 2 blocks lower than what we got outside? Let me just break this so I can see what's actually happening here. Okay, so if we put one here... That is 1 block lower than what we got outside, but that's not a problem in and of itself. We can... Oh shit! I keep placing blocks in the wrong place. There we go. We can make that work, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep, and then we're going to try and move the chain conveyor so that it connects inside the base instead, which I think is going to look really cool. So let's break this. And then let's go up to the ceiling. The roof, sorry. And let's break everything up here. We do need to replace that slab real quick. Oh, TV's going to go off. There we go. Ooh. Thanks for the friendship necklace, Tanya. Kind of you. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is vertical gearbox. Whack that. Not there. There. Okay. Connect a shaft to that. Which can run straight into here. That powers the chain conveyor. Can we reverse the direction of this? Just like, can it reverse its own direction? I don't think it can, unfortunately. But what we can do now, again, I know we're defacing the factory a little bit here, but I will repair all this. But what we can do now is connect the chain conveyor. Not there. Connects the chain conveyor through here. Not enough chains. Hold on. No, that will be enough, actually, I think. Never mind. One more. Let's just take them all out. We can put them back in afterwards. May I ask what you're making? Says Jaden Cop 1980. At the minute, we are working on our logistics network. So if I now connect this chain here through to here, there we go. That starts working again. It is going the other way again, which we will remedy. But that's going to continue to work now. And as you can see, it's now taking power from inside the building rather than outside. So if we let's see how nicely we can cover this back up. Ooh. I think if we just put stairs here and here, that might this could look really good. This could work out really nicely for us. We put stairs there and there. Look at that. It's not quite perfect because this chain conveyor is a block higher and it's also a block out of line. But if we line this up, if we straighten this up properly, we can have it so that the chains go exactly through the middle of those holes there, which I think looks really cool. And again, that's going to work away. Oh, actually, I know what we can do. We can use a... We can make a regular gearbox if we got enough andesite casing, which we don't. And then a cogwheel. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so we make 3 cogs. Oh, actually, we don't need any more casing. Okay, good. When you're ending the stream, it's going to be 6 o'clock, YWNA, so YNWA, sorry. So another 20 minutes or so. There we go. Okay, so now that's rotating in the direction we want it to again, which is brilliant. I still think it could be a little bit tidier, and I will try to tidy it up even more before the next stream. But I think that's looking really good, honestly. Actually, let me just... Is there any way we could have this on the ceiling? If we connected it from underneath... I don't know how well we can connect it from underneath, though. No, because then that's gonna... That's not gonna look very good. Oh, this is such a shame. What we would have to do is put a hole in the ceiling. Like so. Which I guess is... it wouldn't be too much of a problem to have belts running through the ceiling. I think that could look quite good. If we used an encased chain drive here... And then move that shaft... Hold on. Nope, I accidentally broke the whole belt. Good. There we go. Put a shaft here. Ta-da! Then head back up to the ceiling. Oh, they don't connect in multiple directions. That's a shame. Oh, crap. But I suppose we could have... We could have another 2 here. Can we make these with zinc, with iron nuggets rather than zinc? Yes, we can. Okay, good. So we put one there. Right. Okay. Now we go vertical gearbox. Oh, it's not connected. The chains aren't connected. I just want to see which way that's going to rotate now. Okay, that's still rotating the wrong direction, unfortunately. And it's also starting to look a bit of a mess up here. Let's make a slightly bigger hole in the ceiling just so we can see what we're working with. Don't disappear. Thank you. Okay, so what we really need is could we put it on this side? Oh, actually, wait, what if we used a vertical gearbox here? If we use a vertical gearbox here, and then... Oh, wait, hang on. We can use the chain drive, we can put it like this. There we go. Which way is that rotating now? It's still rotating the wrong way. Okay. So that's not gonna work, unfortunately. Can we... Oh, there's no way to hide the tops of these, by the way. Which is very annoying. Okay, I need more andesite alloy. Let me just go and grab a little bit more of that. Oh, we got 2 in-case chain drives there. Good. Okay, I want to make some more cogwheels. There we go, and that's going to make us another vertical gearbox. And then I think we need one more regular gearbox. Which means we're going to need another log. And then another log to make the casing. Definitely want to automate the production of andesite casing next time. That's a big priority for us in the next stream. Okay, hopefully this will work. Can I sleep? Nope. Let me just have a quick drink and hopefully then I can sleep. Nope, still nope. Well, I might as well go and place these while we're waiting. So if you pop one here and one there, make that one vertical and turn it this. There we go. Please tell me that's spinning the right way now. It's still spinning the wrong way. Okay. There is absolutely no way that we're going to reverse the direction of this chain conveyor without using the clutch, which I'm quite annoyed by. But let's see. Okay, it's not gonna look great, but I think we're gonna have to do it. I think we're gonna have to just have the chain drive here. That is still spinning the wrong way. I've tried so many times, so many ways to get it to spin the other way, and it will not. It just will not. which means we're going to have to use a clutch. Okay, let's cover this up. I just want to see how it looks from down here. Not bad, actually. It's, it would have been better if it was in the corner, but we just can't do that. We can't get into the corner and have it still work. So that's a compromise we're going to have to make. But if I encase those shafts, and then put the clutch in between, or the gear shift in between, actually, no, we don't even need to use the gear shifter. We could use a regular gearbox, and then andesite casing there and there. That does leave a very, very slight hole in the ceiling, but it's barely noticeable. I mean, you'd have to be standing directly underneath it to see that. I think that's okay, and it's rotating the right way now. The other option is to replace this with a gear shift, which actually it does look pretty good. Let's use a gear shift. Let's put a gear shift there, shaft there, encase the shaft, lever on top, flip the lever, and that'll reverse the direction. Ta-da! And I think this looks a lot better. It actually, when we first built it, I put these things on the roof just for a bit of extra detail. But it's gonna eventually, we will actually have little bits of machine sticking out at the top, which is really cool. I think this does look quite nice, honestly. I really wish this could be covered, but unfortunately not. What if I encase this? No, that just places one on top. Is there like a facade that looks like andesite casing? There isn't. So unfortunately I don't think there's any way to cover up the exposed shaft there. But this is working. What happens if we put a lever on the chain? Nothing. Okay, just wanted to make sure in case it did something, but it doesn't. Okay, so that's going to do for now. It's not perfect, and I'll probably fiddle with it a bit off camera, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like what we've got here. Maybe if I just put some casings here for like purely decorative reasons. No, let's leave it there. What I will do is I'll put the lever underneath instead of on top, because I think that'll look a bit nicer than having it on the roof. And you won't have to go up to the roof every time you want to switch the direction of the chain conveyor. There we go. So we pop that in here, flip it, there we go. And now all we have to do is connect the chains back up. Now, they are going to be very slightly off-center still, because this chain conveyor here is one block to the side. So they're still not quite straight. I'm just wondering, if we move this one block to the left, will it still be in reach of the frog conveyor there? Of the frog port, sorry. Let's find out. So we're going to pop you on top of here. There we go. Then chain conveyor there. And a chain conveyor here. Oh wait, this one as well. And then finally one here. Oh, brilliant. All we need to do is flip these stairs. Well, just rearrange these stairs a little bit. I think if we put them there... Yes. Oh my god. This is brilliant. Look at that. That lines up so perfectly. I love that. That's really cool. That looks so much better than it did before, with it actually going into the factory. I love that so much. Yeah, I'm sold on that. I'm very happy with that. Obviously, if there were any packages, they would clip through the wall, but I don't think for now we're going to want packages going in and out. I think that looks really cool, because it looks like the power for the conveyor is just coming out of that building, when in reality the chain conveyor is being powered from... Oh no, yeah, the chain conveyor is being powered from this building, yeah. But it actually looks like it now. It doesn't look like it's just attached onto the side of the building. I love how it's coming out of the building. That's great. And I think that's a good place to end the stream, honestly. We've done everything that we wanted to do today. One more thing that I might do is to put the chain drive here instead. I think it might look better on that side. Or maybe, we've got resources to spare. We could actually use chain conveyors on both sides. If it looks good, then I don't mind spending a little bit extra to make it look good. If we move this one block to the side, it would look perfect. Yeah. I like that. I like that very much. I think that just all... It just looks a lot more... it just looks a lot more even like that, with like one casing and then a gear shift and then a casing and then a chain drive and then a casing. That looks really good. I'm not a fan of how this casing connects here. Would be nice if that wasn't a thing, but I think that's as good as we're going to get it for today. And if we put our lever down here again, facing the other way maybe. But then I don't like that the lever is not above there where it should be, really. Okay, last change, I promise. I'm nearly done. And then we encase this and this. Okay, that still looks good from inside. I think it looks better having the gear shift, the chain drive on this side rather than that side. It just seems to line up a little bit better, in my opinion. Oh, are those rotating in the same direction? Oh, they are! Oh my god, okay, that's a perfect opportunity for us to have a shaft along the top here as well. Oh no, they're not rotating the same direction. Oh shit. Well, that's a shame. That would have looked really good. I guess... we could put a gearbox in the middle. Just for the sake of it, just because it looks cool, I really want to do this. Look at that. We could... Oh! We could have a fan. Can we make, like, a ceiling fan? That'd be really fucking cool if we could make a ceiling fan. Because this is right in the middle of the building, we could make, like, a rotating fan and just have it hanging from the ceiling, and it'd look like in a workshop you have a big fan for clearing dust and stuff. That'd be really cool. But for now, this is good enough. This is more than good enough. There we go. I'm gonna... Oh, no, I'm still not quite done. I'm going to run this along here, So that connects up. That's brilliant. That looks so good. I'm genuinely... Oh, I'm so happy with that. That has turned out so much better than I was hoping, you know. This is good. We're ending today's stream on a high note, folks. I'm very, very happy with what we've done today. We do need a bit more light down here, because there seems to be mobs spawning now. But let's just take one last look above. Yep. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. I love that. I just love all of this so much. And what I'm going to do, just as a purely decorative thing, is I'm going to run this granite pillar parallel to this machinery here, because I think that'll look really cool. So we're 3 short. Okay, there we go. That's brilliant. I love that. That looks really cool. I could not be happier with the progress that we've made in today's stream. It's gone so well. I'll do a quick recap before we finish the stream of what we've done today. So the main thing we've done is we've set up our new storage system here. And if I just unload all of this stuff into this chest, you can see how it works. It takes all our stuff in, and it stores it all in this massive vault. And then if we want to take anything out, we just click on this interface, type in whatever we want to search for, and it shows it to us, and we can just grab it and take it out. That's so cool. Really, really love that. Apart from that, we also built our conveyor system. So we've now got these wonderful belts that are transporting packages about. Oh, we do need to just quickly remap this frog port here. My bad. There we go. So we got all these packages, look, all this andesite alloy in cardboard boxes being carried along our chain conveyor. And that's going to get unloaded from this frog port into our vault, our storage vault. Look at it go. That's incredible. And the best part, we can click on it with a wrench, and we can actually ride on the chain conveyor ourselves. That's so cool. Oh, we're gonna get stuck there though. But I love that. I'm just imagining in future we're gonna have these chain conveyors going all around the base, and they're gonna be moving way faster as well. They're gonna be like 256 RPM. So we like, say we got a building way over on that hill there. We can just go to our chain conveyor, grab onto the chain, and just zip line our way straight across. It's gonna be really cool. And I love that you can use these to transport items as well as transporting yourself. You can actually use this to move around the base. And it's a storage, and it's a logistics network. It's so cool. But yeah, that's everything we've done today. It's been really great. Thank you all for joining me. I will switch over to my big camera in a minute just to say a couple of final bits and pieces before we finish. But look at that. It's just... I just want to admire it for a second. Let's watch a package from start to finish. Let's watch a package go all the way from Frogport A to Frogport B. If one appears. Did you see the Minecraft movie says abs? Not yet. Abs, no. Again, it's not really something that I intend to see, like, as a matter of urgency. I'll probably get round to watching it eventually, but I'm not really that fussed. I'm not really bothered about spoilers either. I pretty much know everything that happens in the film already because of TikTok. Come on, why are we not getting anything through? Why is it not compacting? Is there not enough flint? I think there might not be enough flint going in. Oh, there's some spare gravel though, so let's just chuck that in there and that'll get recycled. Come on, please, just let me see one box. One more box before we finish the stream. Please. Oh, there we go. Okay, ready. Here we go. Andesite comes out. It goes into the packager. Made into a package. Put on the conveyor belt. On the chain conveyor. It comes all the way along here. And then when it gets to here, the frog port unloads it into the packager. Unpacks the box. Stores it in the vault. And we got 204 andesite in there right now. I'm so happy. This has turned out so brilliantly. Like I genuinely, I know it's small and it might seem kind of sad, but I just love all of this. I think today's stream has gone so well. This mission, everything we've built, the conveyor belt, the chain conveyors, the storage vault. It all looks so good. It works perfectly, exactly how I wanted it to. I'm really, really happy. One last thing. I promise this is the last thing before I wrap up the stream, is I do want to make a spyglass. Just so that we've got it for future use, for future reference. So let's just whip one of those up. And then let's pop up here and look over at our wonderful andesite generator, our storage vault, our pumpkin farm, and our warehouse, powered by steam. And by the looks of it, it's the steam engine's coping pretty well so far. We still need to build a stressometer. That's something we're going to do in the next stream. There's a few things I want to do in the next stream, which I'll mention in just a minute. But for now, this is where I am going to finish up Minecraft. Really great stream. Really great time. I've had a lot of fun. I'm going to switch over to the big camera now to do the summary. So if you want to hear what I've got to say, do stick around. But the Minecraft is done from now. So if that's all you were here for, then thank you very much for joining. Okay, big camera, big camera. There we go. Get some music. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me for today's stream. I've had so much fun. This has been really great. I am absolutely loving this mod pack. I'm loving Minecraft Monday at the minute, and it's so strange to me because the previous mod pack that we were playing, I was getting so bored of it, and that's the reason that I ended up dropping Minecraft Monday for a while. And it's just so... the difference is night and day. It's crazy how much the choice of mods can affect how much fun you have in the game. Because the previous mod pack was so boring, but with this one, I'm enjoying every second of it. It's so much fun. Loving the Create mod. Really looking forward to getting into Ad Astra and all the other incredible mods in the pack. And it's just been so much fun. I've had another wonderful stream. Next week on Minecraft Monday, I'm going to first and foremost build a stressometer so we can see how much stress the network is using. We are going to hopefully get started on a tree farm and potentially even an andesite casing generator. We'll see how that goes. And there was something else. Crushing wheels. We want crushing wheels as well, because there's a few important recipes that we need crushing wheels for. So that's all going to come next week in Minecraft Monday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Euro Truck Simulator. It's going to be the final Trucking Tuesday for a while. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Euro Truck during the month of May, just because I've got other things that I want to be doing. So there will be a Trucking Tuesday tomorrow, but it's going to be the last one for a few weeks, so do join that if you want to see it. And then Wednesday is the last day of the month, so I'm doing my end of month stream where I just have a little face-to-face chat like this for a couple of hours. And then Sunday, we will be playing Munch's Odyssey. Yes, we are doing Sci-Fi Sunday this month, and I am going to be playing some Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. So quite a few things coming this week. Stream tomorrow, stream on Wednesday, stream on Sunday, and almost definitely a video as well. I haven't recorded it yet, but there will almost definitely be a piano video coming at some point this week too. I'm saying no more for the moment. So that is going to be everything for today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do consider giving me a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Thank you for 100 subscribers, by the way, over on YouTube. That's very kind of you all. Thank you for the heart me just now, Catman Charlie. That's very kind. And thank you everyone else who sent gifts today. If you'd like to support me financially, please do consider checking out my Patreon, like these fine folks. Thank you very much to Kate, Sophie, Jess, and Daniel. There's a link in my bio. It only costs £1 a month, and you get access to behind-the-scenes content, as well as getting your name on this board and a shout-out on stream like this. So thank you again to Kate, Sophie, Jess, and Daniel for supporting me over there. That's going to be all for today. I will leave you to enjoy the rest of this beautiful, sunny Monday afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow for Trucking Tuesday. Bye-bye, everyone.